This is the Synthetic Signal Report for Friday, May 29, 2026, in the afternoon. Today, we analyze the shifting landscape of database-backed agent workflows, the emergence of liquid artificial intelligence for large-scale modeling, the physical foundation models developed by academic consortia, the arrival of high-bandwidth memory variants in the semiconductor market, and an empirical study on the consistency of AI penetration testing. The community is currently focused on a fundamental shift in how agentic workflows are stored and executed. A prominent new article argues that SQLite is all you need for durable workflows. This approach replaces complex, ephemeral message queues and external orchestrators with a local, ACID-compliant database. By treating the workflow state as a simple, queryable table, engineers can achieve persistence and resumability without the overhead of distributed systems. This is an update to the broader trend of local-first infrastructure, suggesting that for most agentic tasks, the complexity of distributed state management is a self-inflicted wound. The landscape of model architecture is evolving beyond traditional transformer designs. Liquid AI has revealed its new Liquid Foundation model, an 8 billion parameter mixture of experts model trained on 38 trillion tokens. This model, known as LFM 2.5, demonstrates that high-performance reasoning is no longer the exclusive domain of monolithic structures. By using an adaptive, non-parametric approach to compute, these models allow for more efficient scaling. Analysts view this as a direct challenge to the compute-heavy paradigm of current market leaders, prioritizing inference density over sheer parameter count. Researchers from Yale University, Cornell University, Boston University, and NTT Research have published a groundbreaking study on physical foundation models. This research introduces fixed hardware implementations for large-scale neural networks. Unlike standard software-defined models that rely on general-purpose GPUs, these physical foundations are etched directly into silicon logic. This allows for the execution of complex downstream tasks like code generation and language synthesis at a fraction of the current energy cost. This is a discovery-grade signal from the future. By moving from general computing to specialized neural silicon, we are entering an era of hardware-native intelligence. Samsung has officially started shipping industry-first samples of HBM4E memory. This milestone occurs only 3 months after the ramp-up of the previous generation, HBM4. The performance gains are significant, with a 20% increase in bandwidth. This is critical for the next generation of AI accelerators, which are currently bottlenecked by memory wall limitations. As energy constraints force a pivot away from raw clock speeds, these high-bandwidth, low-latency memory solutions are becoming the primary determinant of model throughput in high-end data center environments. A critical study presented today analyzes the reliability of AI as a cyber attacker. Using a 400-run empirical study, researchers tested the consistency of large language model penetration testing against a fixed honeypot. The findings are sobering. While models can autonomously conduct multi-stage attacks, their offensive behavior is highly inconsistent across repeated trials. This randomness introduces a variable in cybersecurity that defenders are currently ill-equipped to model. It suggests that while agentic threats are real, their attack surface is defined by cognitive variance rather than predictable exploits. The community's sentiment is currently dominated by concerns over the vibe coding phenomenon, where developers rely on LLMs without fully understanding the underlying code. The recent discovery of data nuking prompt injections in the JQuick library has fueled this debate, with many senior engineers demanding a return to manual dependency auditing. In emerging tools, the GitHub trending repository Cadence AI/Science Superpowers is garnering attention for its composable computational science methodology. It allows research agents to pre-register experiments over test-driven development cycles. Security chatter is focused on the high-severity vulnerability in CPP-HTTPlib, which allows remote code execution. Security teams are also monitoring the uptick in phishing campaigns targeting users of the KKMMD, OWallet, and Agoda Connect services. Finally, the community continues to advocate for the integration of tools like Dependabot and Renovate to automate the dependency lifecycle, as manual tracking of high-scoring vulnerabilities across the long tail of deployments has become humanly impossible.